live next door to tell you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Scott. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Africa. Wow. You know, I just want to say that I heard a question earlier, which was about those people who are in poor areas, and that if you're from a poor area, what dreams can you have? I think I'm the embodiment of the fact that you can be born in a ghetto, you can be mistreated in a ghetto, and you can still rise. Now raise your hand if you have a dream. Please raise your hand if you've had a dream. And raise your hand again if, like the previous question, it seemed that it was an impossible dream. I had an impossible dream as a child. I was a child that was unwanted. My mother went to London, foreign, as they called it in Jamaica. And when my mother went to foreign, I was taken from the country area of Jamaica in the Caribbean. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of Usain Bolt. I'm his countrywoman. And from the country in St. Elizabeth, a beautiful place, if you picture with me a very green island full of wood and water, fruits and beauty, and I am a child, the first child of the only girl in the family. And I was welcomed. My grandfather couldn't stop spoiling me. I was very precocious. I walked around like this. I spoke when I was never supposed to speak. Nothing much has changed. And as I grew, I thought life would always remain the same. I thought I would always be loved. I would always be spoiled. I was extremely confident. Everyone loved me, and everyone would always love me, of course. And then one day, the country bus that I was always watching as a child, it would trundle along the road from where we lived, and it would go to Kingston, which is the capital of Jamaica. And one day, my mother, a beautiful woman, and she's just such a lovely woman even today, but this day she was fretting. She was very well dressed, and we were going somewhere. Now we were going to go on the country bus. I couldn't contain my excitement. I was ready. Everyone else was crying. What's wrong with them? If we're going somewhere, get on with the goodbyes and let me get going. And so I'm at the top of the lane, building lane it was called, getting ready to leave. And my mother is crying, my grandfather is hugging, and oh, come on, you guys, come on. And we got to the end of the lane when the goodbyes were finished. The country bus trundled up and stopped next to us. And as I looked up at the bus, very colorful, red, gold, and green, there was a goat tied to the top of the bus. He's on his way to market. Now, he looked really worried. I'm thinking, why is he worried? Little did I know, he was on the way to market. I was excited about going to Kingston. He knew something that I didn't know. We traveled to Kingston, and remember, I am living a life where the world was my oyster. I woke up the next morning in Kingston, and there is a formidable woman looking at me. And she's seated. She called me. And I know there are many African languages, so I'm going to use the Jamaican patois, if you will bear with me. She sat, she said, "Little girl, come here. Little child, come here." I went to her. She said to me, "Your mother gone to foreign." from that day, I was systematically abused by this lady.